Ripple XRP, this is why the International Monetary Fund needs us, or otherwise known as the IMF. I'm going to be showing you some stats that they've recently come out with. I also have a recent interview from Brad Garlinghouse, which we're going to take a look at. And also Twitter, or X, has actually come out with a new payments account. We're going to take a look at what Ben Armstrong has said in relation to the price of XRP coin today and where it could potentially go. And of course, we will be looking at the price action as usual. All I ask from you are two things, which is to smash that like button and to subscribe to the channel as well. So a very recent post that we have from the IMF, it only came out just 2 days ago. You can see over here, it's basically talking about the cost in terms of the cross-border payments, and this is very relevant to Ripple XRP. So we have the global average cost of sending $200 from one country to another was about $12.50 across the board in the first quarter of 2023, or 6.2%, and this is according to the World Bank. Cheaper cross-border payment services would benefit people and economies worldwide. And you can see over here the percentages that we have in terms of the different currencies. So the lowest that we have is Australia to Vanuatu, which is 14%. The highest that we have is Turkey to Bulgaria at 52%. Obviously a large chunk when it comes to those higher costs and fees. Nobody really wants to be incurring that at all. And these are affecting many countries where people are obviously transferring money. And so we obviously need a solution in able to provide cheaper fees, but not only that, also faster and efficient transactions. And one of those players could potentially be XRP, because we can act as that bridge currency. Again, this is just more news and indicators coming out that the IMF are identifying a problem, and we could potentially see the adoption, for example, of XRP later on into the future. So that is a link over there that we have. Over here, we have Brad Garlinghouse talking about the fact that there is clarity for Ripple, and that XRP is not a security, and that opens the US market a little bit. Of course, with the lawsuit, now that we have clarity and that Ripple is essentially up by 3-0 against the SEC, it is obviously going to make some institutions now be more confident in terms of actually adopting XRP, because of the fact that we have established that it's not a security, pretty much got that in the bag in terms of the lawsuit. Let's take a look at this.
My view is this is a technology, this is an asset class that is here to stay. We need to embrace it and understand that. And I think ultimately the U.S. typically gets it right. It's just taken a little while. My hope is that now that there is at least clarity for Ripple, that XRP is not a security, that opens up the U.S. market a little bit. Cross-border payments have been slow. They've been expensive. Using these technologies, we can dramatically reduce the cost and increase the speed and efficiency. Ripple only works with regulated financial institutions. You can't have anonymous transactions using Ripple's technology. I think anytime you have a new technology, crypto's kind of been around for 10 or almost 12 years, let's say, it's still new. I think in order for blockchain to thrive and for the largest population to benefit from these technologies, you can't have insular closed networks. Like along comes the internet to create interoperability. Crypto does that and can do that across many banks and to provide dramatic improvements to how we think about money movement and really any transaction.
And imagine when we see this adoption as well, with more banks getting into it and actually using their technology. I think that it will only grow. Interoperability is obviously a very important factor as well that we have. It needs to be able to work on multiple different ledgers, and it can't only be, for example, from private to private or public to public. And we have that technology to enable that. It is just a case of that adoption happening, and I think that the next couple of months is going to be pretty stagnant now because of that lawsuit, but we should be seeing some sort of adoption happening later on in the year. Now, Watcher Guru has come out with some recent news that X has now launched a new payments account. So this was just 2 days ago. As we know, with X, they are trying to actually integrate payments within their platform. And so essentially, it is going to mean that you can, for example, transfer money to your friends and things like that. And it can be anywhere from, let's just say, as low as like $10, $5 to like $1,000 or $2,000. But they're also trying to do more things as well. I think that Elon Musk is very ambitious. They are going to be offering much more in terms of the payments. Now, I do believe that X have already secured a couple of states in terms of their money transmitting licenses. I think it's roughly around about 15 states as of now. But this is the account that they have created. The question still remains though, who are they going to use in terms of being able to provide that payments platform? Is it going to be the Stellar technology? Could it possibly be Ripple? We really don't know as of now. Obviously, there are connections in terms of Jed McCaleb and Elon Musk and how they are pretty much close together, but we still don't have that much clarity as of now. But it goes to show that they are building upon this. So Ben Armstrong tweeted this out a couple of days ago saying, "Call me crazy, but I believe the XRP pump starts by the end of day Monday." So today is Monday, it is the start of the week. And if we have a look at crypto bubbles, you'll see over here that quite a lot of the cryptocurrencies are down. Now, it isn't the end of Monday. We still roughly have around about 12 hours left. But what does he mean in terms of this pump? Does he mean that we could potentially see 60 cents, 65 cents? In my opinion, in terms of the price action for XRP, I think that we could potentially be pretty stagnant today, hovering at around about that 53 to 54 cent level, or even potentially hit 55 cents towards the end of the day. I don't think that we'll necessarily have a pump by the end of the day, and I'm not quite sure as to where he actually got this from. Is it his technical analysis? But we'll see if it does happen and we see this pump. Now, from Edo, you can see over here that he is reminding us as to what JP Morgan has said in terms of Ripple. So they said before, back in 2021, that if Ripple wins the SEC lawsuit, XRP is poised for significant adoption. It's coming and JP Morgan knows it, and it says it within this article. And it's very funny that JP Morgan has pretty much been quite quiet about XRP and Ripple in general. We haven't really seen them speak about it. But you'll see over here, this is where they got the quote from. And it was actually published in this report of JP Morgan's North America Equity Research back in 2021. And this actually goes to show that these big institutions definitely know of Ripple, they know of XRP, they know their capabilities and what it can do and provide. And so if this was just over 2 years ago now, then they will definitely be looking at the situation in terms of that lawsuit and once it is concluded. Now, I'm not saying for sure that JP Morgan will be adopting it, but if they are saying that there's going to be significant adoption, essentially Ripple XRP is now actually positioning themselves in order to be adopted. It only makes sense that that will definitely happen later on. Now, before we have a look at the price action for today, I just want to show you what Elizabeth Warren has said. It is a recent tweet from her. It actually got 1 million views, and she says that a new USGAO report confirms that rogue nations are using crypto to dodge sanctions and undermine our national security. It's time for crypto to follow the same anti-money laundering rules as everyone else, and I've got a bill to make it happen. Now, I have actually mentioned previously that Elizabeth Warren has currently been involved with, I think, around about over 300 bills, and she hasn't been able to get one of those bills passed as a senator. And I think she's actually been a senator now for about 10 years. And so it goes to show that it probably won't likely happen. But she's still very adamant that crypto is used in money laundering and still won't address the fact that JP Morgan has been involved in many anti-money laundering crimes. So the price action for XRP coin today, as you can see, we are trading at 0.528. We are down by 4.36% on the one-day chart, so we have taken a bit more of a hit than we usually do on the one-day chart. For the volume, we are up by 51%, and we are trading at $870 million. Let's just take a look at the earlier hours of the morning for today. We were trading at 0.5374, so we were pretty much just below 54 cents. Now, this is a point where we're trading at 0.5366. As you can see, we came down to this point at 0.5278, so we are in the 52 cent zone. On the 19th of January, we did actually hit this zone at 0.526, but we were able to slowly climb back up and go to the 55 cent range. So we were able to go up by 3 cents. We have come back down again, pretty much mirroring that pattern, which goes to show that that is our support level as of now. And on the 1 month chart, we are down by 14.69%, and could we potentially be making a lower low now that we have hit this? I want to see XRP coin maintain at the support level. If it can't, we could potentially retrace back to 50 cents. But if we are able to get some more momentum, we should be able to go back to that 54 to 55 cent range. I don't think that we will be seeing a pump today for XRP coin. Let's just see if it can maintain within that level. Guys, if you want daily Ripple XRP coin news, subscribe to the channel and like the video as well.